guess what we're making today? I know it doesn't look like it. We're making pizza crust. And we're going to make two different kinds. We're going to make one that's just regular pizza crust, and the other one that is a taco pizza crust. And this is a little different than your ordinary pizza crust. If you look at the ingredients I have on the counter here, that's all that's in it. Really simple. So, without further ado, let's get going. The pizza is actually pretty simple to make. The crust recipe is what we're working on now. You start with ground chicken, and the recipe is real simple. 1 pound of ground chicken, 1 cup of grated parmesan cheese, and 1 cup of shredded parmesan cheese. Yeah, that's it. Only we have 2 pounds of chicken, so we're going to have to add more. Okay, we got the first 2 in. We're going to put the other 2 in and get to mixing. Now, the one we're going to make first is the taco pizza. That way you can see how the regular one is made, which we just did. That's it. 2 different kinds of Parmesan cheese and ground chicken. That's raw ground chicken. When you get done, it doesn't taste like chicken. I know there are some recipes that use canned chicken. When they get done, they taste kind of like chicken. This one really doesn't. Now, this is the taco seasoning that I use. Found it on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. Doesn't have any sugar in it, so it's very low carb. It says 0 carb, but I'm sure there has to be at least a little bit in there. Anyway, season to taste on the taco seasoning. About a couple tablespoons to each batch. I'll add that in there now. About 2 tablespoons for each batch, each pound of chicken. Should be about right. So there we go. We'll be back when it's rolling time. The way I find easiest to mix it is you just kind of squish it down. Now, if you have like a KitchenAid mixer, a stand mixer of some sort, that would be even easier. I don't have one of those. So you just press it down, squish it together, fold it over, keep pressing it down, keep folding it over. Eventually you get it all mixed. This is the way my daughter prefers to mix it, with her hands. That works too, if you don't mind getting your hands messy. The amount of taco seasoning you want to add is about 2 tablespoons to each batch or each pound of chicken, depending on how strong you like the flavor. Because when we get done, we're going to add some cheese and some taco sauce and some tomatoes and lettuce and onion and all the wonderful things that go on tacos. It's rolling time! So we got it all mixed and we're ready to roll. So I'm going to have my lovely assistant here get me a chunk and put it on that parchment paper so we can get to rolling. Sometimes I just make the whole pan at once, which this is actually more than a big baking pan's worth. But today we're going to make some smaller round ones, 10 to 12 inches. We'll start out just, you've seen this before. You've done this before. Just smash it out, roll it out, get it nice and thin. The thinner you get it, the crispier it's going to be, and the faster it's going to cut. But you roll these out nice and thin, and then it'll be oven time. And we'll come back and let you see it then. So here's our first one, fresh out of the oven. It will get a little browner, but you don't want to get it over brown the first time, because what you're going to do is add more cheese. Put some cheese on it, put it back in the oven just long enough to get this cheese nice and melted. then we'll take it out and finish it off. Now keep in mind when you're putting the cheese on this, it's already got a lot of cheese in it. You get to a certain age, too much cheese, not a good thing. Let's put it in a melter. And we're back. It's finished. We baked the crust nice and brown, put a little cheese on it and melted it down. Now it's just time for your favorite toppings. I like to put a little bit of salsa on there. Be careful with salsa because it's got some carbs in it. And if you get a restaurant style salsa, especially if it's not mild, you'll usually only have 1 carb per tablespoon, so that's not too bad. 1 carb per tablespoon, that's tolerable. Just put a nice little layer of sauce on there. And whatever else you happen to like. So there we go, the finished product. You see what you get there? Nice looking and delicious too, and filling. So enjoy. Now, if you want to make a regular pizza, which we made both actually, we made both kinds. Regular pizza, you bake the crust, you take it out, you put your toppings on it, put it back in the oven and bake it a little more. You can leave it in there longer, get it browner, whatever you want to do. Between 375 and 400 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes gets the crust done. And then you put it back in for a few more minutes and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the things that you see on my channel, because there will be more of them. Thanks again.